Welcome to Sacred Foundations. This is our this is our August 2022 reading. I'm Julia Frainer with my good friend Jill Chesero, and we both are not in our natural element. We are both traveling right now and recording from a different space and place, and so um, yeah, it feels a little wonky and wonderful all at the same time. How are you, Jill?
I am good. I am so excited. I'm a new grandma. So I am in Georgia with my daughter and her husband and just loving that grandson up so much. So that I love not being around my tech, my PC, which I don't function well on these little tiny devices. So yes, different for me. Jules, I know that you travel quite a bit and do your work around the world. So I love that and admire that about you. I am struggling. Good growth, but struggling. So bear with us, everybody.
Yes, we'll get it together. I'm super excited about this reading. Jill will set the intention and then again pass it off to me. But I just want to say that um, this when we first pulled our cards, just like not even 5 minutes ago, right before we jump on, we we set intention, we pulled the cards, and I was just a little bit like, "Ooh, where are we going with this?" And then it just quickly started to come in. So I'm super excited. Jill, would you just set the intention for those that are watching and give that spill that you do so beautifully about doesn't matter when you show up, and then let's jump into the reading if you're okay with that.
Yeah, perfect. All right. So welcome everyone. This is the August 2022 reading. However, since there is no space or time, this reading is going to be relevant. If you come across this video at a later date, regardless of month or year, the message is still going to be something. There's going to be something in the message for you, regardless of time. So I want you to keep that in mind. Julia and I use the same decks for these readings. They are the Awakening to Your Divine Self Oracle card deck and the Priestesses of the New Earth Oracle card deck. These two decks are a collaborative deck that were created by a bunch of different artists and healers from all around the world. So it was beautiful. I feel like everyone came together with the intention of creating these decks to share wisdom and love with those that interact with the deck, and the sacred medicine that each artist and healer carried and brought forth in this lifetime is imbued into this deck. So very exciting there. The intention for this reading is we use a cross of truth spread. We pull 5 cards, and the intention is what information is beneficial at this time to help us deepen and or strengthen our sacred foundation as we move through our journey in this lifetime as divine beings grounded in the physical world, expressing in form. Sound good?
Perfect. It's beautiful. So thank you. Yeah. And each month, Jill and I kind of decide who's going to pull what. I pulled the second and fourth card, and Jill pulled the 1, 3, and 5 card. And what is it just I just want to note on that is that how they build on each other and how Jill and I set space ahead of time to be open to it building on each other. And so I just invite you to look at that. I also invite you to look at the cards. They'll be posted below, but we'll also flash them here. Oh, we typically do an image and we didn't do that. Oh, but we'll show them to you and we can, yeah, it'll be there. So see, we're in our, it's wonky and wonderful. It's just the way that it's supposed to be. So the first card is Angel Gratitude. And this is sitting in the current energies as number 1. And I really need to just kind of just pull these all up real quick. And this is the second card and the third card. So all of these are green. Jill had brought this up too, and she'll probably read it. The 3 cards, the first 3 cards are green, which is the heart chakra. And this angel gratitude current is this, there's an emergence coming, is what this is saying. That, but then when I see her here, it's as if she can pause before she steps out into this emerging time. This is going to go along with the whole reading. So just knowing that is just really important. The second card, which is Hopes and Fears, is this love card. I can never say the word right. This is from New Zealand. And this is a fern, but you have this heart, this love. You have her in a green dress. Again, this is really holding to the heart chakra. And the third card, which is the helpful energy card, is also green, the labyrinth of light, and the light coming down, streaming into the heart of the labyrinth, which if we are the axis mundi, the tree of life, our roots are going down into the earth, and it too is green, and our branches are headed up towards the heavens. I'm seeing this right here, the light coming in, as an activation of our soul star chakra, which would be considered the 8th chakra. It's transpersonal. It's outside of our physical body. And so for me, what triggered, what opened up, what the awareness that came is today is 8/6. This is the actual cross quarter between the summer equinox, the summer solstice, and the autumn equinox. This is considered the first harvest. It's also during a time when many of you have heard Lionsgate, 8/8 Lionsgate, where our sun and its sun, Sirius, have been in sort of an alignment. They were actually conjunct in July, but this alignment has been taking place, and you'll hear a lot about 8/8 Lionsgate. Well, what Jill had mentioned earlier in the beginning about how time-space, where there is no time-space when it comes to this energy. However, you'll hear a lot about portals, and 8/8 is a portal time. Now, your spirit team, star beings can come through at any time, but they're also honoring, I believe, that we are encapsulated here on Earth by calendars and times and things like that. While they work and we can work outside of that, there are these wonderful cosmic alignments that are aligned with our calendars and times and seasons and all of that. And 8/8 is one of those. And so where I'm going with all of this is the invitation at the time of 8/8 to open up our soul star chakra, allow the energies to come in from the star beings, from your spirit team, from those around, from above, from the sky mysteries. And this surrounding of light is, for me, a protection. So the helpful energy is, please be in that protectiveness before you open up to the information that's coming through, and allowing that information to come through and meet you in that heart space. The fourth card is the darkest of light, and we've had this several times, and this is a continual reminder to not burn the candle at both ends. Jill and I both are doing family thing. We're keeping our businesses going. We have a lot going on at our homes, our home bases as well. And we are always being reminded not to burn at both ends, right? We are givers as light workers, energy workers, as weavers of light, which I love that Jill brings that, that's brought that into my life, that we are weavers of light. We are star seeds, way showers. And in the energy world, that takes a lot out of us. Showing up as mamas and grandmas, caregivers, caretakers. So many of us can relate to that. And that reminder to pause and simply be, to be. And for me, the darkest of light, well, one, you've got the heart here. The darkest of light also reminds me that to be is to come inside. We're not going to find it from the outside. We're going to find it from the inside. And opening up that space within us then allows the light that's coming down, the light codes, the energies that are coming down to fill our hearts. And I just feel a desire to say that Jill is a language of light facilitator. She does a lot of frequency work. You'll see her frequency work during the meditation, but also know that she and I both, and we'll hold another discussion, but I'm feeling like the light codes that are brought through the language of light, or I call it the language of angels, is very powerful as well. I'm just putting that out there as an invitation. If that's something that somebody feels they're being called to and has not had the experience, to reach out to Jill or myself, and we'd be happy to share that with you. I believe that as you're bringing in these energies through this 8-8 portal gate, or any time. And I'll also say that 8-8 is available 3 times this month. You'll have an 8 3 times this month. All right, and if you have questions on that, please reach out, ask in the comments, and Jill and I can explain that. The outcome is Cherish. And the thing that I noticed, well, first you've got this purplish, which is the third eye in the crown chakras, the colors associated with that. But these two cards always remind me of each other. You have this emerging woman here who also is in green. And you have this beautiful emerging one in green here too. Both have some water energy around them to me, and fire energy. All the elements are very present here. And I'm just inviting you to remember your truth, who you are, as we move forward. I'm feeling very much like love light is super important, and that's that spark from your heart, which the 3 center cards are about love and light. And that we're coming into what I feel is a pivotal time of change, a time of rebirth, a time of not just the harvesting, but literally a rebirth. And we have the opportunity to get a peek at it before we step out into it, knowing the thing that's also coming through is the message that you have an opportunity to go back to the way it was, but that's staying inside the darkness, right? You see her darkness and you see the darkness behind her. But this is a pivotal time for you to step and emerge into what's new, what's coming. And the outcome will be something to cherish, is really what I'm feeling. This is really a deep one. Jill, maybe you can simplify it a bit, but that's the message that's coming through for me right now.
That was beautiful, Julia. Thank you. I neglected to mention early on that, always trust your inner wisdom. So when you look at the images of the cards, see what stands out for you. As Julia talks about her interpretation and the insight that she's being given and revealing through the words that she shares, take note, see what resonates with you. If it doesn't, let it go. We are, both intuitive practitioners, so we get insights in a different way. We bring it through our filters and express it in a way that makes sense to us and from our different ways that we receive our intuition. So some of what I share is going to be on the same path as what Julia said, or same wavelength, vibe, whatever the right word is. And other is just the way that I am interpreting these cards and the insights that I'm being given. And there's none is right or wrong. So, again, you want to take what resonates with you. We encourage you to take notes, jot down, and see what comes up for you. We wished we had an image to show you of all 4 cards, so it would be a little bit clearer, but that not be the case. So if you need to pause the video when we hold up the card and look at it, all right, you get it. So yes, when I look at the, this is Angel Gratitude. I do see an emergence here. I see this inner self coming out. So the higher self above, the angel, the higher self, however you want to look at that. And then our essence here and our expression in this physical body on planet Earth. So there's an emergence of coming out and stepping into our own inner essence and expressing how we are here to express in the world of form. So, when Jules talked about these 2 cards, they remind her, they feel like they have similar energy. I agree. To me, this almost looks like a birth, a birthing of just something coming out of the womb, right? And then I also feel womb energy in this one as well. So I think that's interesting that we both kind of feel like the cards are similar. Now, I do want to point out that with this Angel Gratitude and Aroha Love card, this is actually the same artist. She had two cards in this deck. She's a beautiful woman, a healer and artist, who's pretty amazing. And this card, the symbolism in this card, there's I can't remember the name of the thing, but it symbolizes new beginnings. So there's new beginnings here. And I don't know if you can see, Jules, can you see the hand in there? The handprint? Like sometimes I don't see it. But again, we've got this giving and receiving energy of this hand, which I always think symbolizes healing. So to me, this reading is talking about this emergence, this coming out, this stepping out into your own gifts. And that really shows up in this third card here, this helpful energy card, Labyrinth of Light. This woman who created this card, her name is Dr. Jaena, and she is a chiropractic physician and a multimodality energy healer. So I wanted to read her message for this card because I thought it was pretty incredible. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to read the beginning. It says, "The labyrinth of light is a cyclical spiritual journey through life's challenges and triumphs. This card blesses you with the clear message that you are on your path. Continue to be guided by your inner light, which is seen, felt, and known by your heart, your internal compass aligned with the divine light, which sustains you through struggles, fear, doubt, insecurities, and indecisiveness. Welcome, honor, and celebrate all struggles toward growth. You are supported by the highest frequencies of light and love." It goes on. The rest of the message is equally as beautiful. But when I look at this card, there's built-in support here, right? I mean, you've got this angel or your higher self, whichever one resonates the most with you. As you're emerging and stepping into your own truth and your own expression, you are supported. So what's the answer? It's what Jules said. Tune into your heart, right? So you're going to bring in this higher essence energy of your true self, and you're going to bring it into your heart space, and then you're going to express it in the world of form. So when in doubt, tune into your heart. That's just a huge message there. Then when we go to the obstacle energy, Julia already mentioned it. This card symbolizes burning the candle at both ends. It's also a warning that, yes, we are caregivers. Yes, we do nurture a lot, and we need to make sure that our own cup is full. It's interesting watching my daughter, who is I'm going to cry. She's an incredible new mom. Oh, the love that she has for her little baby is just so incredible. And, we need to remind her, well, you're nursing for one. You need to make sure that, you nourish yourself to nourish your baby. Yes, baby comes first. Obviously, the baby has immediate needs and stuff. But if you're depleted and you don't have anything to give, then that affects your baby. So you're not being selfish and taking care of yourself. So same, story about the airplane, put on your own oxygen mask first. So that's a huge thing here, is to always to remember to care for yourself. So then when we come to the final card of Cherish, we see the vessel here, right? And this really is about filling up your own vessel. And what better way to fill it with divine love and light, right? I mean, how perfect is that? So now you're taking in this higher dimensional energy, which is, our true essence anyway. We're filling ourselves up so we can take the grounded physical action that we need in this world of form. And that's really to do our calling, whatever that might be for you. It's different for everybody, but our highest calling is to be the true expression of who and what we are in physical form for the highest and greatest good of all. Not in exclusion of ourselves, but, with ourselves, there needs to be a level of fulfillment that we have as we express this good. So if you're feeling like you're doing for everybody else, but you're not feeling fulfilled in that, then, you want to look at that and you want to see what's going on for you. So, yes, a beautiful reading. And I think there's a lot of information. It'll take people to different places So I just want to flash through the cards real quick one more time. So the first card was or is Angel Gratitude, right? This is the base, the theme of the month. So what does this card mean for you? And then the second card is hopes or fears, or how you really feel about the first card or the theme. And then the third card, helpful energies, is Labyrinth of Light. So again, if you need to pause it and look at the image and the words on it and see what stands out for you. The obstacle energy is in the darkest light. And the final card, the answer outcome advice card, is Cherish from the beautiful artist and healer Pam. So thank you to all the artists that participated if you are watching. And yeah, wow, this is a great one to sit with, do some journaling, reflection, and see what stands out for you.
Yes. One last thing I just want to note as well is that we have a lot of rooting in these cards. And while we were talking, or I was talking a lot about bringing that light in, really rooting into Mama Earth and embodying the practices, embodying your vessel, your earthen temple of you, and keeping that cup full. Jill, so beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that together. So if you think about it from a sacred foundations perspective, we're inviting you to really reflect on how does the message from this reading relate to your personal sacred foundation, and how can you use the insight that was revealed here in that sacred foundation, whether you're building it or you're deepening it. I think that that's a huge part. Self-care is a huge part of a sacred foundation. What does that look like for you? What are some practical things that you can do as you develop and deepen your sacred foundation?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you all for jumping in. We'd love to hear your comments, your thoughts, your insights. We appreciate you. Blessings for your sacred foundation. Thank you so much, Jill. I appreciate you.
All right. See you guys later on in the month for the monthly meditation based on the energy of the cards and then the accompanying frequency energy work that is done. So it's a great way to receive some healing energies and a beautiful guided intuitive meditation.
Thank you. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.